now we're going to look at the session structure in terms of the intro and the closing of the session. So first off, it's important to get everybody together at the start of the session, regardless of whether they've been before. The second point in this, we're really looking at making sure that you introduce yourself and the TFF team, your fellow coaches and assistants, and also talk about the structure of the session, the coach-led hour, and at the end of that hour, the session turns into an open play half hour. Point 3, ensure that you talk about the parent and child group being essential, that a parent carer of their child or children is with them throughout the whole session. Point 4, be sure to mention the importance of the once-off registration of their TFF account and the weekly booking in of themselves and family members. Anybody not booked in to see a designated coach straight after the intro, and that designated coach can then ask them to register there and then on their phone. Point 5, reference any health and safety considerations. Perhaps the gap between the net posts on one court is a bit small. Perhaps it's rained earlier in the day and a few areas might be a little slippy, so pay extra attention to certain parts. Any health and safety considerations you feel appropriate, be sure to mention them here. And also ask the group to go to the subgroup they feel is most suited to them. Be sure to mention that a coach assistant may suggest to move up or down a group depending on ability. So at that particular point, everybody will go off to their subgroups and the coach or assistant of that subgroup will then direct the activity for the next hour. At the end of the hour, you're then into the importance of getting everyone together to close the session. And at the end of the first hour, each coach assistant heading up a subgroup should get their own group together to close the coach-led hour. Okay, point 2 on this. It's important that the coach assistant should then state that the session is now available for open play and that the parent and child group court has the equipment left out for parent and children to carry on and play as they choose. Those that are rally capable can continue on the other courts. Okay, the next point, point 3, it's important to point out that one coach will remain and supervise the open play session, but that session is available for players really to organise themselves. So it's really just an open play session. The coach can be there to help steer the rally capable group if they feel a bit stuck, give them a drill or game to be going on with, but generally encourage them to manage the session themselves. The parent and child court effectively is just the equipment left out where parents and children use that equipment for as long as they choose within that half hour extra. Point 4, it should at this point be referenced that attendees are welcome to submit their feedback of the session via the TFF website and to email any testimonial should they choose. In addition, asking the group to tell friends and colleagues about the session to help it expand further, reiterating the importance of booking into the session. And then finally, to close the session, the coach or assistant should talk about any follow-on tennis opportunities at their linked club or other tennis pathways for those wishing to continue their tennis elsewhere. This is a great opportunity to use the TFF session to grow your wider program. And also, be sure to mention that there are volunteer opportunities within Tennis for Free in the session itself and the wider Tennis for Free charity.